It's me, armchair detective. Hello, it's me, Alan. Alan, armchair detective. Ah, ah, hello. Hi guys. So I just need to do this about Michael Morton. For quite a while now, you'll have noticed there's been like an absence of schizovisions. Um, hold on, just fucking. And that's because it's like the whole schizophrenia from Michael Morton has completely got out of control. The guy's like fucking. It just went off the deep end. God damn it! You see, what I was about to say is, this was a good time and a good video that I found that would allow me to sort of like sum up a lot of what I've been thinking about for a while now. Which is, by the way, like a victory lap. This, like, he's defeated. Like, it's over. Like, the dude is he's like Jamil. It's practically he has been lobotomized via reviewing. We'll be careful and call it through internet reviews of his videos. But I just remembered there's another fucking video, so I'm gonna watch another video first. Alright, because he did another video. There's two videos that sort of sum up his situation. I don't know how long this is gonna take. God damn it, it's 1:30 in the morning. Oh my god! Then there's a newer video with Military Mike, and he's got, I've got an Interpol badge. I've got an Interpol badge that I fucking stole, that I fucking bought. And Michael Morton's like fucking, but he's fucking lapping it up. But at this point, like, it's not fair to say Michael Morton's lapping it up. Like, me and Ben, his next door neighbor Ben, have completely destroyed Michael. Like, now all that Michael is anymore is like he's anger, and then he starts doing that like all the fucking like the weird faces and the fucking like the over dramatic gay act. Like, that's all that's left inside that like little host of the fucking the degraded husk that was Michael Morton. So the other day, Michael Morton, at the age of 53, for the first time ever, witnessed a pebble or a stone drop from the sky. When like birds pick up stones and drop them, especially like crows and ravens, quite smart birds that pick them up. They think it might be a nut or something, and they drop it to see if it cracks. Well, one of them like went over and dropped a stone near Michael Morton, and to him it was affirmation from Zeus God that he is the beast. So let's watch that.
Yeah. I'm gonna post this on all social media. I was given 7 years by God to prepare. That stops next year.
The fucking state of him.
It is now the 1st of July, 2023, approximately 10 a.m. And every fucking person up here of any belief, including male and female, just had a moment and experience. I said what I was.
He must have been screaming, "I am God!" Everyone's like looking over, like, it's another one of the fucking nutcases that we're all cursed to live around in Los
It was
Angeles.
validated today. God came here and validated me, marked me and sealed me as the beast, and set me forth to do his bidding. And everybody that was around experienced it. I'm still in tears.
This fucking a fucking crow drops a stone near him, and he starts crying. This is what it's got to. This is a man who, like, I've never seen him shed a tear over his daughter. Not one. Over the fact that he can't see his daughter. Never talks about his wife, his dead wife. And when he does, he just calls her a hooker and stuff. But he breaks down in tears over a bird dropped a fucking stone near him, endorsing his narcissism. and his delusions of grandeur. And what was the other thing he cried over? What was he fucking crying over again? Oh, pissy eyes. What was he fucking pissy eyeing over? I can't remember now, but it was something else like ridiculous.
Everyone's talking about Jesus.
No one's talking. No one's there talking. There's no one saying anything. Again, it's all voices he's hearing in his head. It's like completely paranoid. It's his reverse paranoid schizophrenia. What would you call it? Like enabling schizophrenia, where like you hear the voices, but instead of like them making you paranoid towards people, although he obviously gets them as well, um, or you know, saying horrible things about you, like they're all endorsing his fucking delusions.
Everyone's talking about chosen. Everyone's talking about revelations. And this changes everything.
No one's talking. No one's talking. There's one dude up there. He's some black dude sat there like on his phone or something.
It's Saturday.
There's no one there.
And it's completely freaking quiet. Because God came here. And it started with a pebble being tossed down and me hearing somebody in the brush at Runyon Canyon when I failed to go the way I always go. And I was a witness to that.
I was a witness to that.
Pebble came from nowhere. And I was humbled. I fell, so I
What a fucking retard. This is the fucking ah. It's isn't it the saddest thing in the world? Because he probably feels kind of like a little bit happy and stuff in like this. He thinks he's so wise. That he's so. I've learned so much, man. I know so much with all his just fucking retarded bullshit. It's fucking new age bullshit. All of just endlessly watching other grifters on YouTube and filling his mind full of absolute nonsense. Meanwhile, he has such little life experience that like he can have like a messianic trip because they fucking a crow dropped a fucking a pebble near him. Like this is a closed-minded individual. You know, it's the closed-mindedness is little to do with what people would usually like, label it that, oh, you're fucking, you don't like these people, you're closed-minded, you don't. This is a closed-minded person. They often call people from England who are seen as like, traditionally conservative and stuff, they go, it little Englanders. Little Englanders. There's no little Englander as small, with as small of a world as this guy here and people who live in these kinds of cities. Often, you know,
apologized to the
I'm
goddess.
not going to attack everyone who lives in Los Angeles or anything like that. I just mean like the type of people these cities breed. I mean, look, it seems like so metropolitan and bows and people from all over the place. Yet they are all the most closed-minded people in the world who just think so much of themselves.
Because I guess she was here for Dad. And Dad fucking came.
And that's why you've got a
Right
bunch
there.
of fucking crazy people like this walking around thinking that they're Jesus.
He won't look, but he's not contesting it. Not a single.
He won't look. See. There's his fucking insanity, his schizophrenia coming out again. Like somebody not challenging you is endorsement. See, he won't look, but he's not challenging it.
Person here, you see, has been here. We can contest that. That was fucking historical. That was goddamn biblical. And the first two videos I opened my phone to on YouTube.
Now he's about to fucking. This is the part where he realizes, oh my god, what everyone else realized like 5 years ago, which is my phone's fucking listening to me and recommending ads from what I said. Or in his case, what I've been screaming at the top of this mountain now.
My house. He marked me as the beast and set me to war. The beast. A beast can be a wolf. A wolf that hunts coyotes. Now, who's online with the beast of God? Oh, Putin should flee the Kremlin. Just come here. I'll have arrangements for him to have a cover. Let's have meetings in Beverly Hills.
Look at that. Look at that face, dude. Look at him. This is another reason I don't do any videos. It's just sad. It's sad and it feels bullying at this point. Like, I never want it to feel like bullying. I always felt like, you know, well, he gives as good as he gets. But, I mean, he tries to give as good as he gets these days, but it just makes him look even fucking crazier. Like, it's a husk of Michael Morton. You know, who Michael Morton is or was, or where it is, that being, that spirit in the ether right now, in time, in space. But it's not in this vessel.
Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm running down a fucking mountain, believe it or not. That's a beast too.
Alright, okay. Okay, Mike. Well, thank God that wasn't as long as I was fearing it was going to be. There's, you know, small blessings and all that. So then there's like 700 other schizophrenic videos of him like screaming and stuff, and well, actually, it's not. It's about like 5% screaming, and then the rest of it is him doing like the big gay act where he's like trying to mock his neighbor Ben. And then there's a new one with him and Military Mike where he's again letting Military Mike, the only person in the world who endorses Michael Morton's delusions like verbally out loud in on video so we can see it. And you know, Michael Morton has admitted that this guy's like a complete fucking fraudster, a liar, a drug addict, a homo, sexual, who sleeps with that spider guy, I think, behind thingy. And then Ben said that they were both like him and Michael with it, but I don't know about that. But and of course he's like a stolen valor guy. Like he claims that he was in Vietnam and shit like that, even though Michael Morton himself did the maths on one of his videos and worked out that like, well, if Military Mike did indeed serve in Vietnam, then he was probably the greatest American hero ever because he'd have been like 7 years old. You know, and so you know, Military Mike's another schizo, and Michael Morton also said that Military Mike stole watches from Michael, which is why he doesn't like letting him in his house, even though he keeps letting him in his house whenever Military Mike will endorse Michael's fucking like delusions of being, you know, a Fed. And now because you know, it was exposed that they had the counter-terrorism fucking badge that they just bought it from like some costume shop. Obviously Los Angeles. Now they're showing an Interpol badge, and Military Mike is like, I'm Interpol, even though I sleep on the fucking streets, you know, and jerk off a smackhead. So yeah, that's a video today. I'm not even gonna click on it and give them the fucking satisfaction. Should I? Should I give them satisfaction? Let's see how far we can get through this. I might as well.
Hey YouTube, this is Michael Morton with my counterterrorism shield that pig boy next door, BOI, is going to get for $54 to prove I ain't nothing.
The slob.
He's going to get the ID and everything, but he's believable.
So he's doing it already. Look, can't handle it. This is what happens when, like, again, it's a mixture of everything. The mental illness, his inability to like actually challenge the things like that. The people just exposing. This is what happens when somebody who's like legitimately mentally ill and has like real life delusions is like confronted with the fact that they're just bullshitting. Like it's just they can't react. They can't. There is no other way to react but to act out like a child. So he instantly starts doing like this like childlike act, and he does it like it's not once. It's not like a joke. Now it's just like a reaction.
Terrorism! Listen to me! But there's only one thing. He doesn't know the link, know the name of the company that manufactures the badges for the government.
So he goes, he does. I look at fucking Military Mike's face.
He looked it up. Evidently he must know how to read or something. Everything about him is.
Well, he's still got to send the letterhead in from the department, so guess what? He may not be getting it. We love you too.
Well, anyway, Michael.
Not from the fucking department, you idiot.
Do you have anything to say?
I had a visit today from two gentlemen.
Within what, the last hour and a half?
Maybe two.
Whoa. It is July 5th, 2023, approximately
This was like 2 days ago.
9:30 p.m. Michael said this happened about an hour and a half ago. Go ahead.
Michael is a fucking liar, you moron. Like, all he ever goes on about, this guy's a liar, as in, he won't be trusted, you can't trust him in your house, he's a thief, he steals, he lied about being in Vietnam, but no, he's telling the truth, because it's a delusion that I want you to all believe. I mean, what sort of fucking, like, he's got no reasoning skills. Like, this is where you can tell that Michael Morton is legitimately insane. Because nobody who is watching this could possibly believe him. Like you'd have to be you'd have to literally be like in a fucking wheelchair, dribbling from the mouth, to not have a memory long enough to realize that he's just being a complete fucking to yeah. To realize that like he's like nothing that he says makes sense. None of it's consistent, or even coherent.
A little visit from two government officials, suits and ties, go back.
Oh, government officials, guys. Oh, come on, dude. Come on, just 720p. It's been so slow tonight. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this thing. Come on. Remember before HTML 5.0, by the way, when things just worked? When things just fucking loaded? When you had like Flash and shit. Hang on, I'm going to have to pause because this is just... I'll be right back.
Don't get it because I know the owner personally. Thank you. Because a moron like you with a badge is a very dangerous thing. Trust me. Thank you.
Like the irony. Oh, it's gonna fucking do this again. Jesus.
On the internet, I don't think you can.
Like, this is the thing. Like, you're going buys from the internet because I don't think you can. Yeah, because you're a fucking stupid, blithering old man that doesn't realize that every single lie that you tell can be disproven within like 3 seconds with basic access to the internet. Which is why you walk around thinking that you're fucking like you're being really clever, gaslighting people, military Mike, but everybody knows that you're a dirty drug addict, thief, and nothing else. All right, you're not a respectable citizen. You're not a respectable fucking former member of the military. And if you are, it was just some fucking pleb. It was nothing special, no special branch. You're a liar. You were never in a war. Stop fucking stealing valor. You should be in fucking prison.
And you have to send a letterheader in to get that shield from a department. So good luck.
No, you don't.
And I'm going to be calling
it. It's a fucking costume store, motherfucker. All right, it's for fucking movie props, you fucking idiot. Look at Michael's face, because Michael knows. Like, this is the fucking hilarious thing about this. Like, he's bringing the money to think, but Michael knows that this guy's so full of fucking shit.
Your head to make sure you don't get it because I know the owner personally.
I know the owner personally. Now let me show you this fucking. I know the owner of this costume shop that makes these badges personally. Now let me show you this fucking badge that I have, that I got from somewhere. So I definitely just got pulled into a car by two feds just a second ago and given this badge. Do you know who Michael Morton is? This isn't something that me and Michael just clearly fucking planned out to say before he turned the camera on here, so that Michael lets me sit in his house and fucking smoke some weed for a bit. That's definitely not what's happening here. Because otherwise he won't let me in there. Otherwise I'm going to go back out to the fucking streets and go sit behind the shop and fucking snuggle up next to Spider, or whatever the fuck his name is. You degenerate old fucking... That's right, get in the fucking oven, you fucking...
Thank you. Because a moron like you with a badge is a very dangerous thing. Trust me. You may be in handcuffs soon. Michael Myers not real.
You may be in handcuffs soon. You're just out of jail, dude. You're just out of jail. This fucking old fucking crackhead here is just out of jail. This fucking drug addict fucking loser right here. This fucking stolen valor. Look at him. Stolen valor, disgrace. A fucking disgrace. He's worse than Michael. He is worse than Michael. As far as we know. I know what other skeletons are in Michael's closet.
Dave Nazi's wife told me to say that.
All you're trying to do is every day.
Was that Evelyn?
The whole
I'll come with your
podcast
ass right
is Michael
now.
Morton. The whole podcast. Can you talk about somebody else?
Have you? Well, no, he hasn't seen Michael's channel. I was gonna say, have you seen Michael's channel recently? Because this is all Michael's channel is. This is what happens, dude. Michael gets into blood feuds with people. Why am I explaining this? Like, Military Mike doesn't believe anything. Military Mike would believe anybody who's, like, giving him fucking drugs. And a place to, like, sit inside and get a glass of water for a while.
Do you have any other things that you may want to do?
Yeah, no. David Goldberg lives around the corner, so I think that he should be interviewing Kelly Barrett.
David Goldberg moved away years ago, you fucking schizo.
David Goldberg
channel,
is no
and
more,
David
folks.
Goldberg.
He's no more. I doubt very much he lives around the corner.
I want Fat Boy Boy. I mean, no, I shouldn't offend like that. I want Fat Boy Ben.
Just call him a slob. That's all you have to
Slob Pig Boy.
do. It's perfect. The
Pig boy.
slob.
Actually,
Or the animal. That works even better.
Captain
Dickhead.
Dickhead. Captain Pigfuck.
Just keep dreaming on, and every day you try to play chess and you move those little pawns. But the rooks in the night, you're never a checkmate, son.
Where's that shield?
You're always a
Where's that
loser.
shield?
So just keep trying your best.
Stop fucking saying shit that doesn't make sense. Trying to sound like you're fucking sage and wise. You stupid old huckster. Jesus Christ, you should be selling fucking carpets in an Egyptian fucking market.
But get up earlier.
Hey, Cammy Adibi.
Dirty
I
fucking
guess
semi.
Try
I
to
just
buy
have
that
a
one on the internet.
counterterrorism shield, but my friend has Interpol's Department of the Interpol.
Look at his fucking face. Look at his fucking face. Interpol guys, Interpol agent right there, fresh out of jail. Fucking 2 months ago in jail. Was caught sleeping behind a store, was snuggling up to some fucking dude.
Criminal investigation special agent
Yeah, don't forget that he served in Vietnam, age 7, Michael.
7156.
With a shield number, okay?
It's got a shield number, okay? Okay? They wouldn't put that on a movie prop. Okay?
Thank
I'm
you, folks.
guessing that I'm going to be getting one soon then.
They said Michael would be receiving
It is not hard, all right, or illegal, right, to replicate official documents such as like police identification. It's illegal to use them, like in any other way other than like a licensed like TV production where the fucking officials are like aware that it's getting used. You can print anything you want off. You can sell it. As long as it comes with that, you know, the thing that you can't use this. I'm giving you this. This isn't a fucking police badge. And of course, most people, I don't know how they're getting away with it, because this is like clear that they're like using this stuff. Michael probably pulls this shit out on people. He walks around with it like on his fucking, you know, on his trousers. But again, he just gets away with anything. Like he really does. He gets to act like this because like nothing will ever get done. You know, and then I've got to hear from people about like, well, like fucking, this is why it's fucking amazing. It's like, well, stop fucking whinging about Michael Morton's then. You're gonna fucking live in a whole city full of fucking Michael Morton. You gotta be nice to
Credentials
people.
also. So, haha on the both of you. Have a nice day, gentlemen, and remember, if you dream,
So,
it may come true.
Let me make this very clear. Friends of Danny Masterson, ex-Scientology, ex-Branch Davidians, been doing to the...
This is that 70s show, folks.
Went on to
Guy
YouTube,
that raped the girl for 2 years, kept
violated
her captive.
FCC
Is now in jail
regulations.
for...
That Jewish guy, Danny Masterson.
30 years, he was convicted under federal law.
Hating me, admitting to
But
all
meanwhile,
this.
that's your good
saying
friend,
that I
Ben,
brought this on,
and
Ben.
Dominic. You guys should sit together and maybe have tea
Did I?
together with Mr. Matheson, the
You and
rapist.
Danny Masterson going to be sucking dicks.
Let me
together.
ask you another question. If
This
those are
isn't
the
hate
friends
speech.
that you have, I think maybe the Department of Nursing and the Department of
I
Aging...
thought he didn't have any friends. Well, that's what I heard before. Which is it? No, sorry, am I expecting consistency again from his fucking lies? From his complete fucking lies. From either of these people just saying anything at any one time. any slander at any one time just to sort of try to disparage people, despite the fact that it's like pathetic looking. And this whole scene is like probably the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. One of these men at least has a daughter out there, alright, that is currently fatherless. I mean, fucking priorities, guys. You know, I mean, that would be important, wouldn't it? But then, no, you gotta fucking, you know, I've gotta indulge this fucking delusion and go out making 7,000 videos of me, like, humiliating myself.
Would like to know about your criminal record, maybe, and if you have a license to dispense medication. You are taking care of an older woman, and you leave her alone a lot. You know, you never bring her outside. You never give her fresh air, and you claim that Michael and I are being bad to that lady. We respect.
Imagine wanting to bring her outside. First of all, right, she sounds like she's very fucking ill. Secondly, right, imagine wanting to bring her outside, fucking in military Mike's downstairs, just constantly fucking hanging out there because he's got nowhere else to go because he's got no house because he's a complete fucking loser in life. He's completely like failed in life. I'm fucking disabled. I'm fucking you fucking. You've seen him walking around, running around. You're not disabled when you're running for your fucking drugs, are you? You dirty fucking addict. You dirty fucking druggie. Should be put to the fucking fire, dude.
Older people.
Assets.
We would do anything for a lady like that. We've never heard of that.
It's been witnessed.
That's like my grandmother, for Christ's sake.
Fuck off. Fuck off. You both of you fucking look at these scumbags. No, we would never know. It's never ever get the fuck away. Cross the street. Like either of these two need your daughter or your fucking mother. Look at them. Michael be sweet talking while this fucking scumbag's going through the fucking purse. Going through the fucking pockets. This lying little scumbag right here. This little fucking, look at him. What did Hunter S. Thompson say? You can turn your back on a person, but never turn your back on a drug. I can see the meth looking through his eyes.
What's wrong with you two?
What do you do?
To even make claims
That's
like that?
Fireworks when nobody's looking.
I'm not even going to go into the thing with children
On
and the
a
things
quarter.
that you people do.
The children and you think, yeah, because go on, say it, Mike. Go on, say it. I'm not even going to go into it. Now, both of these people, right, have fucking pedophilia on the mind. Like, they constantly bring it up. Like, constantly. Why is it you can't get employment, Mike? Why is it you can't get a job? Why are you homeless? Yeah, what could be on your record to, you know?
But later on, that's all going to be addressed. So look out, guys. It's coming. You wanted a mountain to fall on your head?
It's coming, and then tomorrow when he sees them, he's gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, guys, how's it going, guys?" Because he's another one. He's like Michael Morton. He's a decrepit old man with bad knees, bad hips, incapable of violence at this time. He's all mouth, got this big fucking mouth, walking around.
It's going to happen. I swear to God. I have a private investigation and people watching
You
you.
don't have nothing. You don't have nothing. You're a fucking nutcase, all right? Nobody fucking believes your delusions. Private investigators of this. I'm Interpol. I'm that. I'm this. You're nobody. And the fact that, God, can you imagine being like, that's one thing, right? This is just like one of life's fucking mutant losers. This dude had a wife and a kid. This dude said managed to like scrape his way into like what? You did it, Mike. You did it. And he blew it all. He fucked it all. Now he's on his level. These two are fucking together now. Like best friends. The only ally that Michael Morton has left is like the fucking worst example of a human being. And look at him. Look at his face. Look at his face. You can crop that into a picture of him with his daughter and it would fit. He's happy. He's content. And that is the saddest thing of all. I feel so fucking bad for that poor little girl. Losing both of her parents. And look at this guy's fucking face. And the fact that I feel that bad for his daughter. And he's running around, smiling, laughing. He's at the fucking park every day. Well, she's out there without a fucking father, dude. You're at the fucking park playing games. Scum. Scum. Subhuman scum. It proves that people should have to have some sort of fucking license to have children.
Gathering information. The police are also with some investigation units. You're not in a very good place right now. So it'd be better if less is more. You understand what I mean? More is less. Whatever, guys.
You don't understand because you're a blithering fucking dementia victim. So now we're gonna watch this before we run out of time because I can't watch this fucking idiot anymore. All right, my mind works. I don't need to have like these incoherent voices.
Hello YouTube, this is Michael Morton, Invisible Human Target here. It is, the 6th of July, 2023.
Hiding in the closet. Visible human trash.
AM in the morning. Not worried about the weirdo next door. His threat has been eliminated in the fact that, well, he's isolated. He's never going to have fans. He's never going to get the steam he wants for what he committed to Cammy Adibi he would do. There are several questions you must ask yourself. 1. How far back have these weirdos gone in my videos? Why, I think that Dominic Bonanno has so much time on his...
Why, I think. He always goes, why, I think. It's such like a fucking like played out... I can't handle this, honestly. I'm thinking about just ending this video now. Like this pathetic fucking sack of fucking bones. Look at him sat there. And he's got like all these multiple fucking illnesses. He doesn't even realize what he looks like. Like he has no fucking idea what he looks like. He thinks that he looks good for his age and shit, and he looks fucking horrendous. It's like, sure, look at my body. Doesn't my body look amazing? It's like, it looks amazing if you'd been through like 15 years in a concentration camp. You look fucking horrible. You look horrible for someone that's dying. And that's the truth. I'm gonna sit. Why? I think they've been looking through my videos. But probably, dude. Probably. Like, if you've just been, like, shit-talking people non-stop for fucking ages, they're probably looking through your videos at the last 6 fucking people you've done this to. The last 6 people who've been the worst thing in the world. It's never Michael. Michael's always there. He's the one constant in the entire thing. Is this fucking completely dysfunctional loser. Failure of a father. Failure of a husband. Failure of a son. Failure of a citizen. And what does that do? When somebody is not under those immense pressures, they collapse in on themselves. They become, oh, I'm the most important. Actually, I work for the federal government. Actually, it was the CIA. I worked for the cartels. You didn't do anything. You're a sad little comic book nerd who has fucked up so badly in his life that you've created like a completely fucking a delusional fucking escape reality, which I don't even think like deep down you believe, but it's just it helps you avoid facing the facts for long enough that you hope you will die before the fuel of the delusion fucking ends, which is why he has to keep recycling it with all these new feuds, these new blood feuds, because he's not strong enough to have that introspective moment at the end of his life where he's like, what the fuck have I done? What the fuck have I done?
Hands. He takes notes on my videos to give to Wheeler to make up stories about me going all the way back years. He's got a new video yesterday where he's having a nervous breakdown showing a video from 2 years ago, going about how it's about him, how it's not about him, how I've lost my mind and it's someone else. When in fact, well, all these guys are connected. When David vanished, these pig fucks got all weird. They were already scared because...
No. No. That's not what happened. You were having whatever feuds you were having years back, right? And by the sounds of it, you were having a feud with your wife at one point, alright? Then she dies. And then you get into it where you try to approach that, I can't remember her name, the actress woman. All right, and then you get into a blood feud with her. And then when her boyfriend David Goldberg tries to get you to like can you just like, dude, it's sweet, but like, you know, she just wants you to back off and all this stuff. Then you get into a blood feud with him for years. All right, and then he finally moves away and gets the fuck away from you after getting a restraining order and everything. And you get into a blood feud with Kelly and Barrett. All right, you form a friend. All right, that goes on for fucking ages. And then that starts to subside, and she goes to New York, and she just starts moving on with her life. So then you've got no, you need something else to fucking focus on. So you get into a blood feud with fucking your next door neighbor. It's always you, Michael, because you're a fucking irrational schizo, dude.
Danny Masterson was going
And
to...
I've worked out when my wife had cancer that people are really nice to people that have cancer. So I'm just going to milk it. I don't even know if I believe that shit on his next cancer anymore. Just a fucking goiter that this narcissist refuses to get removed. Because he thinks, because it gets him things.
to trial in October. Look this up. And they were his best
But
friend.
I had the documents. I look, I showed you an oncology something that said oncology. See? So that's not proof of anything at all.
They used to diddle little kids together when they were stoned smoking the pookie pipe, I'm sure.
And see, this is a funny thing here, right? Because Ben, if you listen to this, like again, like going at court with like this bullshit, like he's harassing me, is the most ridiculous shit you can ever do, dude. Like I would drop every court case you have to with Michael Moore right now because it's just wasting your fucking time. And whatever lawyer you have, if you're like paying them whatever, they're just ripping you off, dude. They're just taking your fucking money. Get him for slander. All right, slander and libel. It's quick. It's simple. All you need is the proof. He said this about me. That's not true. Where's your proof, Michael? And this what he says right here is slander / libel. I can't remember which one's which.
All weird. They were already scared because Danny Masterson was going to trial in October. Look this
He's
up.
talking in context. You can go back and listen. He's talking about his neighbors.
And they were his best friends. They used to diddle little kids together when they were stoned smoking the pookie pipe, I'm sure.
He says, I'm sure. He says, I'm sure. He doesn't say that's just a joke. He doesn't say that's just fucking, you know. He says, I'm sure. He says they used to diddle little kids with fucking Damas and when they were smoking the pookie pack. I'm sure. Where's your proof of that, Michael? You better be pretty fucking sure, as in like have fucking like photographic evidence or some shit. Because if not, that's like a fucking lawsuit, dude.
I can tell that by how little Benny Wheeler acts over his gay wife. Tell me, Kaylani Fatty
Well,
Jr.
maybe we can play this in court in your defense, Michael. So, well, here's the context of it.
That's that or whatever the fuck. Ben, call 911. Michael Morton's there, isn't he? Did you see him? Call 911. I love you. Oh, I love you too, honey. Fuck him. He's not superhuman. Superhearing my ass.
Was that like bizarre thing he's been doing again? The faces he's been doing for like 4 months.
I'm mentally handicapped. I'm disabled. I can't read or write. You saw you talking about my mama? I'm gonna go on YouTube talk about your mama. Your mama did this, and your mother did that, and your mama.
Well, your mother, you don't know your mother, do you, Michael? I mean, you like abandoned her as well. Like you abandoned your daughter and your wife, emotionally anyway. Won't have anything to do with his mother or his father / uncle.
Yeah. I just traded Ben Mam Cave. I tell the truth. You listen to me. I'm a pretty pig.
By the way, this is the fucking face of like sister brother. A sister brother union.
I'm so special. I got
That is a
14.
joke.
I got 14 subscribers. Please, I need more subscribers. Michael Morton's not a bad person. I just don't agree with him. I'm the hero. I smoked crack till I was dumb in the head. Dominic Kaylani doing Batty Banana was the only friend I ever had. He helped me. He made me his mafia enforcer for the gay mafia. We gaslight everybody, including Michael Morton, that we're not real. We kick breeders, I mean straight people out of West Hollywood because we want only their kids.
I mean, again, like the nerve of him, like trying to like mock somebody. It's like, dude, it's like again, you look like an Auschwitz victim. You've got like a fucking baseball on the side of your neck. Like you got these like ridiculous, like fucking big, like bovine eyes, like big old like dumb cow eyes, and like these massive, like big hillbilly teeth, like big old fucking buck fucking Lucky teeth from King of the Hill. Remember Lucky? That's who he looks like. He's just Lucky from King of the Hill.
We're coming for your kids. Help! Michael Morton's hate speech. Meanwhile, my friend he's trying to convert to his side by stalking him and following him and filming him, also military Mike, just got an Interpol Special Investigations shield from the federal government that threw his ass in a car to ask him, do you know Michael Morton? We have something for you.
Imagine that, right? You can like in your mind, you can think like, well, this guy fucking like lies about being in Vietnam, like he fucking stole watches from me and fucking money and shit like that, and I can't even trust him to be in my house. And then he tells you this again, this homeless dude who like sleeps and everything. He tells you, "Oh, I'm part of Interpol. I've got an Interpol badge." You know, I went through the legendary, the legendarily famous Interpol recruitment process of being dragged in the back of a van, and then given a badge, and then you believe it, like, and you say this on your YouTube channel as if as if anybody out there is supposed to believe it. Like this is why it can only be insane. Because if somebody under this video, like, which they definitely haven't, I've checked, but it's like saying like, oh yeah, yeah, like you're right, Michael, like you'd just think that they were just taking the piss out of you, wouldn't you? But he wouldn't. He'll actually believe. He'll like go along with it. Either that, or it's like willfully going along with it again in like the deepest level of denial of his mortality and of all of his fuck ups that I've ever seen in my life. I don't know which one. I still can't tell which. He's either crazier than I've ever seen before or more in denial.
You don't open this till we leave. And he did. It was a nice golden shield we filmed last night. Michael was so excited he came here, sat here waiting for my ass to show up. I went to Whole Foods looking for cayenne pepper. Seems cayenne pepper fights throat cancer and shit more than any other pepper. There's a lot of research into it. It's been secretly shelved. Just like the federal government had been monitoring the Amish forever, and guess what? They don't have autism and all the other shit because they aren't eating the garbage and the food that you all fucking obey and eat. There is population controls throughout every government of the planet to kill your dumb peasant asses, and you want to stop me from...
You've the one with the fucking tumor in your neck, dude. Let Michael tell you about how they put fucking fluoride in the water.
Protecting you. Well, aren't you little queens just special? Meanwhile, I was seen talking to God. Yeah, I talked to God at Running Canyon the other day. I proclaim I gave up. I gave my whole to him. You are my master.
Oh my god, he did. He had like a full fucking mental breakdown. It's like up there crying, I give up, and then a bird drops a fucking stone. And he's like, I am God. It's like, fucking hell, dude. Fucking hell, like, please don't let my life ever get this bad. Like, it terrifies me that, like, it troubles me how sad his fucking existence is. Like, it really does. It troubles me. It shouldn't be possible to get this fucking bad.
I'm your servant. Do with me as you will. I no longer care. And he merged me with everybody else. We can feel his presence. He responded and talked to me, sent me out in the world as his beast to wage war against his enemies and unbound me as such. Everybody heard about it. Yesterday at Pan Pacific Park, I heard people talking that know people that were there for the experience of the moment, as I call it.
Can you imagine that? Like God himself is in the park and they're not approaching him. They're all like again with their like backs to him, like 15 fucking meters away, and Michael's like hearing them wink wink. You know, like he hears all these people with a fucking like, oh, they're talking about him. Like, yeah, that's that guy. I was up at the park the other day, and there he was. He was fucking, you know, fucking a pebble dropped on. A pebble dropped on him. Whoever knows that means he's God.
And I heard that it was so monumental, it changed their life forever. Of course it did. When was the last time you ever heard a God talking to his son, verifying and validating he's real on your planet? My father Zeus was always
And then they all left the mountain. Of course, they didn't like hang around with him. Jesus notorious for like he could not get people near him. That's just notorious. The trouble that Jesus had when people were like seeing the miracles is that nobody wanted to go near him or beg him for fucking miracles or anything. No, they all just dispersed from the mountain quickly before he could start his YouTube video.
documented loving to fuck women and spawn demigods here. And you'd be shocked that I'd be here.
You are definitely what is like the result of an unholy, what I would call an unholy relation, Michael, but it's not with the one that you're thinking
To
about.
special developments, I would like my special investigations Interpol Intelligence Shield. Would be much appreciated. I would love one of those. Put in my collection of Benjamin.
Fake movie props. Your collection of like fucking cape shit and toys and fake movie fucking props.
Wheeler cunt boy says I'm not real. I'd say he's getting scared he's going to jail with these motherfuckers. And everybody's been watching.
Everybody's been watching. Everybody saw. Everybody this. Everybody that. Nobody's seen anything. He's like a small, tiny, insignificant man. Like a really small statured, tiny. I mean, look at his shoulders. Shoulders to head ratio. I believe I have friends who do art. I believe that he might even like have the fucking body ratio of a female when you're drawing. Tiny little human, tiny little insignificant presence, been an insignificant presence throughout his life, and all of that fucking like anger and bitterness towards that right now, like faced with his mortality, has like imploded and then exploded out into like a projection of the exact opposite. An over projection that is like clear to everybody else of like what's happening. Like this poor man who's like clearly like a latent, a latent gay, in my opinion. That's how he comes off. You know, going above and beyond to like prove that like I was here, I mattered. It's like, dude, the time to do that was long ago.
YouTube channel trying to figure out who did this to me and why.
You're there. Well, look, there it is. You're right there. Who did this to me? You're fucking staring yourself in the mirror, dude. Like, if you're watching this video right now, like, look ahead. Just look at the fucking screen. Look at yourself in the eyes. That's who did this to you.
Ever since Special Agent Barilla screened and interviewed me in jail, told me I need to leave because he knew it was coming. And my answer was, it don't matter where I run. This shit's gonna follow me anywhere. So I gotta stand here and fight. It's all coming together.
It's not like many crazy schizos these guys have to talk to every day. There's a great Jim Can't Swim video with the guy. He sounds just like Charles Manson, and he thought that he was like a prophet from God as well, and he stole the 15-year-old girl. He's like, she delivered me. The Lord delivered that girl to me. The Lord delivered her to me. And one of the cops like, how did he deliver to you? When you went into a room and took the girl. And he just goes quiet. Just like start again. It's like when the delusions are like confronted with just complete reality, and somebody that just won't endorse them, they just shut down. They shut down like a fucking machine.
A lot
There
of
is no
kids
reasoning with like legitimate crazy people.
are looking up to me. People are
That's what
looking
I've
up to
learned.
me.
That's what I've learned. That's the one thing I've learned through, because I used to think that's when I started doing these videos. I thought like the purpose of these videos were if I could show people, like if they could see me and the way that I see them, like in my videos, that they would see how fucking crazy they seem to like quote unquote normal people, even though I'm not normal. But it doesn't work. Like it doesn't work. They see it as like an attack on them as well, and then we get into these silly little like back and forths.
A lot of people working out at the park, coming up to be around me, watch me, maybe even film me, be motivated, inspired by me. Wow. A skinny fuck that was a fat, ugly, old fuck. Dominic Kaylani Batty Jr. Banana is too special and sensitive to be filmed. You won't ever see him on his gay husband's channel. Fat pig boy. Fat Ben, I mean, Crazy Ben, the man cave, tells the truth with his double breasts and his double rolled pregnant belly because, well, he's proof. Straight.
Again, it's like like would you, if you had like the skin of like an old Turkish leather handbag, like Michael, and the bone structure of like an 11-year-old boy, would you be taking the piss out of people really and their appearance? No. But he doesn't see that. Like when he sees in the mirror, when he looks in the mirror, he sees like some like buff dude
I mean, men
who looks, and I quote, good for my age. He looks fucking terrible.
carry babies. He's pregnant. He's got a giant poop baby coming up from packing turds. He's about to explode and give birth to giant turd triplets, all lying sacks of shit, just like himself. I'm Crazy Ben, the man cave. Please
Again,
subscribe
it's
to
more,
me.
more of
I'm
his
a
like
heel.
scatological obsession and anal obsession. Like Michael Morton is obsessed with like anuses and anal penetration and molesting female children. Those are like his big obsessions that he never stops talking about.
Hero. I don't have a criminal record for distribution of narcotics like crack cocaine, assault for my wife, I mean my husband, the Nazi. We're fifth column Nazis after my stories house.
Sums up Michael Morton.
My grandma, I'm taking care of her. I'm not trying to
Sure hope that he has like a brother or something. I hope that this isn't like the end of this bloodline.
steal her house.
Or maybe it won't be for the like that's not for the worst.
They get fired or put on suspension, and the person attacked the LAPD and
Actually,
everything.
okay.
But I'm a good guy protecting the city, and the city protects the fucking criminals. Look at what were accepting my code 2 weeks ago, having the choppers and all this stuff flying over LA, show of strength, military support. We're here. We're not queer. You're not fucking taking our kids. That's your hate speech? Go fuck yourself, you little morons. Cut your balls off, and then you can bleed out and say you're a.
What a weird thing that is there, where you actually see, because he's not a father. Like you're not even a father. You don't have your kid. So what does it mean when somebody like Michael says, "We're here, we're not queer, and you're not taking our kids"? You get away from those kids, motherfucker.
Woman, you had your first period. Congratulations. That's not hate speech. I'm speaking facts. Women bleed, men don't. You want to be a woman? Go for it. Have fun, ciao. Remember, God's real, Christ is coming. We all love you. Mwah. So much. So much. Talk to you later. Ciao. He's just crazy in the head. No, I'm bored of you retards. You don't know shit. You don't fucking read. If you do, It's nothing but fiction because you can't handle reality. Ciao.
Unlike his bookcase full of like David Icke books and
This is an absurd story that I've never told.
The truth about Atlantis. You make sure you get on those fucking factual books, guys. Factual reading. So yeah, that's and I hadn't done anything on Michael Morton. This was supposed to be 10 minutes long, and I went for like an hour. So you were spoiled. Yeah, see you all later. He's a fucking crazy person.